Hi, everybody. So, tonight and the last episode has been like drama filled. We have women coming for women. For the very first time, I just wanted women for once to support each other. But I was very disappointed to go on social media and seeing everybody bashing Mel and blaming her for everything. So, Mel decided to speak out. Mel is finally speaking out about what actually happened. And honestly, guys, you'll be so sad because hello, Jessie. She finally revealed that so many scenes were cut out to make Martell look good. I'm telling you, when I found out, I was so disappointed, but I was like, this is so on brand of Carlos King. So we're going to go quickly because I know it's already late in the night for everybody. So I'm going to go quickly into what she said on social media, and then we're going to give our thoughts, and then we're going to play our Instagram live where she just recently talked about how she felt in total. So she said he came with his aunt and cousin and she tried to step in. That's when my mom said, "You don't have anything to do with this," to her. Another uninvited guest. Then he began to yell at my mom, and my aunt stepped in. Shoot, pulling up with a damn team. Now, I was watching the episode and I'm like, where the hell did this? I didn't see any of these people because I'm going to play the scene without the audio so that you guys can see that we didn't see anybody coming. Look at, he came alone. This is Melody greeting. Then you will see Martell walking in alone very soon. The legend did not show us that Martell came with anybody. This is Martell coming alone. So where is his aunt? Where is anybody that he came with? Now I'm trying to understand what's going on here. I'm trying to understand. Yeah, he did attack her. If Mel is saying he came with his family members, why were they cut off from the scene? Why were they cut out? I'm trying to understand what's going on in this show. I understand that producers like to edit for shock value. I understand that producers like to do some certain things, but the show is losing credibility. The show is no longer, people are complaining every single day, and then you are cutting out important parts that will tell the full storyline of the show. Because now if there are other people that attacked Mel and her mom, why weren't we shown? Because now the viewers are not getting the full picture, and this is why I've always complained about Carlos. Why is it that every single time someone will come out and be like, oh, this is not how this scene worked? And it's just typical of on TV. Every single time they keep claiming that a narrative is being drawn. Why? Then she went, I'm going to go quickly with the slides so that we can speak on it. Then she went on to say, and why were all of my mom's scenes cut out? Because I definitely know when she was standing next to Malia, that's Boss Baby, and we sang Happy Birthday, and she was also present in the BS outside of the rink, hashtag LMH. Like, you all really didn't even show my other daughter, which is actually very crazy to me because they didn't show anything. They didn't show the daughter. They didn't show. It's almost like a narrative is being drawn to make this guy look weird. Because if you guys can remember, Mel legit posted the plaster everywhere. Let me see. As we're talking, I'm going to try to go to Mel's page and show you that he was actually celebrating the birthday of both daughters. So that already shows me that Martell basically lied. That fake email that I most likely sent to Sherelle is very obvious, because if he said Maria sent him an email inviting him, I mean, at least he would have known that they were celebrating the birthday of the two daughters, not one. Now, things are not making sense, or things are not adding up, because the plaster was even everywhere on social media. Let me see if I can find it, because it was something that was I was like, oh, they're celebrating the two daughters together. I know that was the first thing that came. Yeah, I've seen. Let me post it. So it was very obvious that he did not even know what they were celebrating. They were not celebrating one daughter's birthday. They were celebrating two daughters' birthday. This is it. Let's roll. Come skate and help celebrate Maria and Malia's birthday. This was like due diligence. If you want to lie, due diligence needs to be there. It's obviously there. It's obviously there. So the whole lies that Maria invited me to her. Come on, Martell. Come on. Come on. This year has been designed. Like it's almost like a narrative is being drawn every single time to make it seem like she's a bad mom. And I just don't understand why this is happening. I just don't understand. What do you have to say, Uzo?
Then watching this episode, I had so much emotions going around me, and I was like, this is literally fucked up. For Carlos to do this much, I feel like at this moment, I don't think I'm gonna stand with Carlos anymore because this is upsetting to know that this is a birthday for two children and you showed only one because Martell made a mistake of being delusional. Remember that it was only one of the child's birthday, and he was saying because Martell was saying one, he said to show only one person. Meanwhile, the birthday was for two. And two, why would you cut out people that you know that if they put out all these people, we will literally know the true story of what is going on? And you put it that Martell on his own walked in by himself. Martell, like I said, he's as in the guy keeps on proving me right. That guy is a narcissistic human being to the core. I think he tops some of the narcissistic I have ever seen or even heard of. Because the way he switched off, the way he switched up at the party, as if like why would you come to a birthday party when you were literally with the kids previous week? You had them previously before it became Melody's turn to have the kids. Why didn't you celebrate the birthday then? You were coming for a birthday, you came empty hand like his hands, nothing, no gift, nothing. He came on his own with no gift, and you are telling yourself that you're coming to your who comes to a child's birthday party without gifts? Who comes to a child's birthday party without gift? Because it puts me up, and you're putting all your shoulders up, and you're like, I have to be at this party. My children texted me. Even if your kids, let's even accept that the kids sent me a text about the birthday party. You know, as an adult, that you were wrong, that you were not supposed to be there. But because of the narcissist that you are, you decided that I'm just gonna storm in there. I'm a man and I can do whatever I want to do because they're my kids. Just because they are your kids and you're a man doesn't give you the right to storm and do whatever you want. You're already in court. The court has made some rulings. Why don't you just go with those things? Why did you have to say, okay, fine, I have to come up here and be a man, I have to come up here and show that I am this, I am that? It was all wrong. Like I felt disgusted, felt pain, because I'm like, this lady, she has divorced this guy. Melody has divorced this man for 2 years now, but she still has to go along with this. And when she tells people that she needs peace, people will come online. Some people that I don't understand where they are from will come online and say, "Oh, look at this kind of man with this kind of narcissistic attitude," and you're telling her that she still has to be close to this man or be lovey-dovey with him. This man, I don't know whether you and I are watching the same show or we're seeing the same narcissistic character, because I will never even advise my own enemy. I'm not even talking about a friend. My own enemy, I will not advise them to literally be close to this man, because this man is full of it and he believes that he's an almighty, the all king. He's supposed to be obeyed, because I don't know whether it is the shoulders that he has or that arms that he buffed up in the gym that is giving him the notation that he's supposed to be respected. He's that too fine. Please kill me with that, because literally I feel like right now I'm literally disgusted by Martell more. And for Carlos, I don't know. I still keep on asking myself, why does Carlos like Martell so much? Because even when Martell is wrong, he will try to create a picture to give a sympathy side of his, why people should gravitate towards him or sympathize with him. Because I still don't understand. Please, if anybody that understands why Carlos is so in tune or so sympathetic to Martell, please let me know, because I don't think any human being, if this was happening to his family member or his sister or someone close to him, would he be the same way? Sometimes we act some certain ways because we're not in the shoe, and because we don't wear the same shoe, and we feel like, okay, it's your problem. You I feel like if Carlos was in this shoe, or somebody close to him was in this shoe, like really close to him, maybe a sister or a family member, he would not try this nonsense he's trying to do, trying to force them to be in the same environment, trying to create a storyline for your show. Later, you will come for other shows for trying to create drama when you are yourself, Carlos, are the drama queen, trying to create drama when it could have been avoided. Ho- I the, mm, I feel pity for the children, because Carlos literally doesn't care about them. Because if you care about them, you will not be creating a scenario that will make their father come out there, disgrace and embarrass himself in a notation of, oh, I'm trying to be a good father. Wow. Congratulations to the father of the year, literally. Congratulations.
So, anyways, let's continue. Before we so that we can get to the life that Melody did, I'm going to read all the slides through. Then we're going to do that. So she continued saying, ain't nobody trying to destroy you, but I'm never going to stop standing up for myself and my kids. Period. Never. And then she said, sorry, yeah. And then she said, you heard me say we are not doing cameras. I don't do BS and movements at the expense of my kids. Didn't even want to be filmed. Yeah. So point blank period. Ain't nobody going to be everybody's mama on the show except the mother of the person who had the dream and the vision. So I'm going to play Melody's live where she spoke about it, because she also came live and she gave a brief response. Then we're going to round it up with some people coming on to the live. And
You guys need to make sure you go over and download my newest single, Never Really Cared. Okay. Post it. Well, not post. Well, you can post it and tag me, but go download Never Really Cared. Put it on repeat. Okay. Y'all know we're running 30% off sale, Mom 30 for 7th Avenue. Link is in my bio. Today has been bomb. First, let me say that today has been great. I hope y'all enjoyed the show tonight. Literally, my little cousin had a birthday party today. It was so much fun. We went to two places. So we went to two places for the party. Bowled, laughed, and cut up. And then we went to this jumping place where the kids jumped and stuff. Laughed and cut up. Oh. And then we got home. And so we piled up in the room. I put it on my story, my family, and we watched the show. So overall, today has been bomb. It has been bomb overall. Somebody said, no, I was mad watching the show. So let me say this. This is all I want to say. Um, and I'm sure in the future, y'all will hear me talk more about certain things. And, especially as I'm doing different interviews and things like that. But what I want to say is, for one, never be that person to try to tell someone else what they should do. Okay. What works for you works for you. Um, no one has the exact same situations in life. And what works for you works for you. Just like I wouldn't tell somebody, oh, well, because I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't say, well, you shouldn't have did that or you shouldn't do that. No, do what works for you. Do what you feel is in the best interest of you, the best interest of your emotional stability, your mental peace. Do what's best for you. It really doesn't it doesn't matter, and you shouldn't care what anybody else feels, right? Do what's best for you. Period. Period. And I think if we get out of the way of trying to tell people what we should do, what they should do, I mean, based on what we would do, what they should do based on what we would do, it would help. Everybody's different. Everybody's situation is different. And nobody ever knows all the ins and outs of things that have transpired and that are transpiring that may cause people to make the decisions they make. And that's okay. That is okay. Like, I wish we could normalize allowing people to make the decision that is best for them in every situation. In every situation. So to everyone on here who is in a place where they have worked hard to get where they can try to be happy, emotionally stable, mentally stable, and trying to protect that as much as they can, kudos to you and keep it up. Kudos to you and keep it up. It's hard enough whenever you're trying to grow from being broken and heal from being broken. How dare anyone feel like they can tell you what you need to do to maintain that new level of peace or that new level of mental stability where you're able to be happy again and you're able to smile and you're able to skate around the roller skating rink, okay, and go backwards on them things and do some spins. Somebody said, oh my God, somebody said them kids loud. Let me tell y'all something. They're in a whole nother room with my first cousin, Jamila, is right here. She done drove up from down south. Jamila, what do I tell the children? What do I tell them?
Stay up all night. Whatever break can be fixed. Have fun.
That's what I tell them. Literally, I walked in one of the rooms a minute ago, y'all. They had the lights off, 2 laptops playing, 2 different kinds of music. And I opened the door and some kids was jumping on the bed. It's about 10 of them. Well, no, because I got 4 myself, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, it's about 13 of them. Someone was jumping on the bed. Someone was, hey, I opened the door. I looked. I said, oh, hell no. I shut that door right on back. Listen, they said, hey, Jamila, listen. Listen, but she's right. I tell them, y'all come over here, have fun, run, play, do hide and go seek, whatever you want to do. Run, play, anything broken can be fixed or replaced, honey. I'm not going to stand over these kids trying to tell them they stay up long because they don't get to see each other often. You know what I'm saying? So have your fun. So they are allowed over there in the other room. But no, so back to what I was saying, like, seriously, it's okay for you to make decisions that thank you, Bob is Bobby. Thank you. It's okay for you to make decisions that allow you to still be in a place where you can smile, enjoy yourself, be at peace, and be mentally and emotionally stable. And whatever type of boundaries that you have to put up for that, whichever way you're in, it's not, nothing's perfect, right? We all try. So whatever boundaries you're trying to put up to protect that, there's nothing wrong with it. And like I said, you'll never hear me telling anybody what they should or how you should. No, you should do what you feel you need to do because I don't know all that's going on. I don't know all that's taking place. And that's just what it is, okay? But I hope y'all enjoy the show. I did live tweet, so head over to Twitter. Download Never Really Cared. Put it on repeat while we sleep. Y'all know that. Put it on repeat. 7th Avenue.
So that was the live she did, like in response to the whole stuff. So I'm going to read a little bit of the comments. Then if you want to come on, let me drop the link, the StreamYard link. So if you want to come on to speak, just click the link and come on and speak. Obviously, not everybody will have the same opinion. So I would like to hear what you have to say. So someone says all of you Keishas have or would be side chicks if the money is right. I don't know. If you don't have principles, that's on you. I would never knowingly go destroy someone else's house or someone else's home. Not everybody doesn't have principles. Not everybody lacks common sense. Not everybody lacks response. So to generalize this kind of statements make no sense, to be honest. He did that at the kids' party because he knew Mel wasn't going to do all that in front of those kids. But he gets a bad rap in public, Sheree, but he's in the public running amok in the streets. Yeah, that's my point. Like, there is only one reason why a man would, because I get people keep saying, oh, do this for the kids, do this for the kids. And I made a particular comment on Instagram saying, I realize that kids are now padlocks for women, because once a woman gets divorced and has a kid with a child, everybody expects this woman to keep bending backwards, to keep allowing this man to invade her privacy, to keep allowing this man do whatever he wants. When is it going to be about her being comfortable? Because every time everybody's like, oh, she's doing too much, oh, she's doing that, oh, why can't Martell respect her privacy? That's where all these things start from. Why can't he? Because, oh, she has a child for this guy, so what? Like, so what? The time people start, as she said, the time people start understanding that what you experienced and what I experienced are two different things, that's when we'll probably start having like some common ground or some common sense happening in this world. Because this dude, let me play this video again for you guys to see. This dude claimed he walked in for his daughter. He brought no gifts. He brought nothing. He came empty-handed. Watch it again. The clip is going to play about of him walking. He walked in empty-handed. I'm sorry, empty-handed. This is all to create a scene. It's all to create a scene. It's nothing about the children here. I cannot, even if I don't know a child, I cannot walk into a child's birthday party without gifts. I cannot walk into a child's birthday party without gifts. More or less, you being her father, claiming, oh, it's for my child. Oh, I really like my child. Oh, my this. If it was actually for that child, you should have brought a gift. Okay, let me even say I'm going too far, because people are saying he's broke, allegedly. Let's say, okay, a flower is not that expensive. He could have got this girl a flower. Something to say, happy birthday, Maria, or something. Like, I'm not even going to talk about the fact that he did not even know they were celebrating two of his daughter's birthday. Two of his daughter's birthday. This birthday is not about one child. These two children's birthday that are being celebrated on the same day. So, what exactly is he saying? You come for your child, but you're coming empty-handed? And I'm supposed to think you are coming for your child? And I'm supposed to think you actually like your child? Come on now. This is common sense. And then you're blowing up on your mom. Like Mel said, I wish the whole scene was played out, because you cannot have a scene like this and then they are cutting out parts to create a storyline. Because if his aunt and his cousin came by, this is basically a gang up. You came with people to create a scene and you knew that the productions were going to back you up. I get, although I'm against this, I get where the productions are also coming from. They really do not want to have a black man looking so terrible on TV. We all know how the optics are bad. Right now, on TV is not doing so well. And then people will ask, why does Martell still have a contract if he's practically making his ex-wife's life a misery? That's it. If he's making his ex-wife's life a misery, why does he still have a contract with On TV, who claims that they are all for black this thing, they are all for promoting black family? It just doesn't make any sense. He had to pay for the party that day so he could stay. The same money was going to pay that day he could have used. When Mel made that particular comment, let me play. I already edited a clip out so that it will be easy for me to play, because I do not want any copyright issues. No, YouTube has become so crazy lately. Before she told him, "You're welcome to get this girl later," and he kept quiet. Why did he keep quiet? This is like the perfect solution. Okay, I'm going to cut short our celebration probably by 3 hours, so you still have time to take my. Do you know how kids love party? They will be so happy to go for another party. Why didn't he do that? Why didn't he do that? Why didn't he do that? Then the whole text message, email basically that he allegedly sent to Sherelle's ward, trying to. Now, I made this comment when we did our panel 2 days ago when I felt like this emails being leaked is quite convenient, seeing the time that this episode is going to air. I knew something was up. I knew someone was playing some sort of jokes on us. I knew it was not just genuine. So I was very right, because just as this email comes, what do you think people are using to defend Martell now? People are saying, "Oh, but Martell sent but Martell's daughter said she wanted him there." That's the only defense they have. That's the only defense. But how am I going to prove this email was sent by this daughter? No proof. So we're supposed to use what a blogger who probably is chasing clicks to use to defend Martell. No evidence of where she got the files from, no evidence of where she got the documents from. We're not supposed to believe it, and then we're going to run with it. The timing is way too convenient because he knew that the optics were not right. You took your ex-wife to court for full custody. You have a custody order. You get 1 week, she gets 1 week. Mel did not celebrate. Mel did not have these kids for Christmas. Mel did not have these kids for New Year. She never complained. She celebrated this celebrations the following week when she had these kids, and she was fine. Why is it that every time Martell has these kids, you never see Mel encroach? But why is it that when Mel has these kids, Martell keeps encroaching? That is something everybody should think about, because that is bothersome. Folks love saying Mel isn't innocent when that's not even the point. Innocent or not, Martell is a hot mess, delusional and unhinged. It is absolutely ridiculous that anyone said. That's the point. Nobody's talking about innocent or not. We are going by the law. It's just like you going to court and then you're telling me, "Oh, this person had this a record of beating people. This person had a record of using drugs." That's not my business. Currently, what is happening at this point, who is right and who is wrong? We all know who is wrong, obviously, and that's Martell. So don't come here with the Mel hands are not clean and she also has something to do with this situation. Martell showed uninvited, really probably allegedly released some emails between he and his daughter to clean his image for today in preparations of the draggings he was going to get, and then coming to act like a victim. Mel never confirmed that she wanted you here. Why is it that when she told you to come the previous year, you were lounging with Arionne? But the time you decided to come, you decided to show uninvited, unannounced. Come on. Who's what do you have to say? If you want to speak, join the link that I'm going to drop and join the panel so you can speak your own thoughts.
I, Mattel is so off it. I said something. I said I feel like the reason why he caused that drama at the birthday party was to embarrass Melody, because she has given herself so much space from Mattel. She has given herself so much peace, so much distance, that Mattel is literally annoyed by the fact that she has found peace. And his sole purpose in life is that if I can have this woman, I'm literally not going to allow you have peace. I'm literally not going to allow you have a moment of to breathe. So now that she's having that peace in her life, she's in a space where she could literally be at peace with herself. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna come in there and spoil everything for you. That was his sole purpose of coming to that party. Coming to that party, causing a you can literally have just come to the party, talk to Melody calmly. Somebody that is matured as he is. Like, people tend to say age is maturity, and I'm beginning to realize that age is not maturity. You can be old and still not have maturity at all. Because you could have come to Melody and said, okay, I would love to be at this party, and she'd be like, okay, fine. No, this is my time. I don't want you here. You can literally leave. And as a matured person that literally thinks right, you would have left, because you would think to yourself, like what Lana said, she said, Martell had these kids for Christmas, New Year, and we never saw for once when Melody went there and tried to encroach on his time, or tried to say, okay, can I have the kids? Okay, you have the kids for Christmas, let me have them for New Year. She never did that. His time was the time he's supposed to have the kids coincides with Christmas and New Year, and she never argued, and she allowed them be with their father during Christmas and New Year. Instead, when she had the kids after the celebration, she celebrated with them after. That is what somebody that is matured will do, because you know that you and this your ex, you are not in a really good space or a good really good relationship that you could say, okay, I could be in the same environment, or I could be at the same space, or I could be at the same time with you guys. Once you know you're not in a good space with each other, you try to give a distance, and that's what Melody is doing. And the fact that he's seeing this lady glowing up, prospering, flourishing is annoying to him. It's not her fault that you're doing your own and you're not prospering. It's not her fault that people like her more than you. It's not her fault that she has more fans than you. It's not her fault that people will go to hell and back for Melody than when Martell does something. It's not her fault that when you bring out something, people don't tend to want to buy it. But when Melody does, she gets people to be interested in that thing. It's not her fault. You can literally go by yourself, build your brand. She has built her brand. She has made a name for herself. Go and make a name for yourself. Stop being jealous. Because for me, I feel another part is jealousy. Stop being jealous and trying to do things that don't make sense, because it was avoidable. Like, I hate it when things that could have been avoided happen. It could have been avoided. You had a text message with Melody where you told her you wanted to be in the party, you wanted to be involved in a party, and she told you no. What stopped you from listening to no? She said, I don't want you to be involved with the party. I'm saying thank you. I don't want you to be there. But you still barged in. You barging in was a sign of disrespect for the fact you don't respect that woman. And what ups me is that he doesn't respect Melody, but he wants all the respect he can get from Melody. How? Because respect is reciprocal, irrespective of your age. Respect is reciprocal. If you don't respect Melody, where are you now expecting the respect from? How? It is not possible for her to respect you if you don't respect her. Then you come to the party, you make your entrance, like grand entrance, with your family members that Carlos has cut out, and with muscled, not knowing how many children are having birthdays. You only think it's only one person with no gifts, no matter how broke you are. Nobody should come up here and defend him and say he was broke, he didn't have money. Please. He said, and I quote, that he was interested in putting up some money for the celebration of the party. So nobody should come and say he was broke. If he had money to suggest that he would be involved in the planning of the birthday, so he had enough money to buy a gift for his child. He had enough money to buy a gift for his child. So people come to say he's broke and he had that money. The fact is that she was even trying to be civil. He didn't have the keys, and she was saying, you know what? I'm going to bring this case to you. You're going to see this case later today. Later today. She still didn't, it was still in her right to still keep the case to herself. No court, no police, nothing, no judge can tell her she did wrong. She was all in her right. But she said, you know what? I'm gonna allow you have this kid later today. But he just said, no, I'm just gonna do me. I'm just gonna be my narcissistic self, Martell. I'm just gonna be my arrogant person, arrogant self. Like, please, like, I just feel like Melody needs to take a break from Martell and then break from Love and Marriage Huntsville. I feel like if she doesn't take a break from Love and Marriage Huntsville, she's not going to have enough. She's not going to be able to stay away from this guy.
And you know what's quite funny? Because while Martell was speaking, he was like, Mel always used the cops. She has called the cops on him multiple times. When he made that comment, I was like, that's not something to be proud of. That's not something you are confident in saying. That just shows that you have come into her boundaries multiple times. And because of that, she has been led to feel uncomfortable, unsafe to the extent that she has had to call the cops on you several times. The fact that that was edited into the show actually shocked me because I felt like Carlos was going to protect him. The fact that was edited into the show, like, it shocked me. Yeah, that's my point. He walked in empty handed, went to the back empty handed, shouted that he came for the kids empty handed. I'm going to keep shouting that he was empty handed so that people can get it that this was not about the kids. It's about entering this woman's boundaries, telling her, and then using the kids as a weapon so that when she talks, she knows that the public will be like, oh, sorry, he knows that the public will be like, oh, why isn't she allowing Martell to see the keys? This man is a very present father. This I have to say, he was smart on his own. Like, he was smart because he knew people were going to attack her viciously. And especially, sorry, sorry, I think a video is playing on my background. He knew that especially the older ladies who are from the older, they are definitely going to come for her. They're definitely going to say, oh, think about the kids, think about the kids, think about the kids. And he was right because online, at least people are a little bit waking up. It was so obvious. Are you telling me, okay, let's use this as in work basically. Let's say Martell works for a company and then the company fires him because that's the same thing, and then Martell keeps coming into the company because he's practically good at something, or he and the company has a like probably his wife works there, then he keeps coming there over and over and over. That's the same thing. You have no right to come there just because you guys have something in common. Regardless of you guys having something in common, you have to respect her boundaries. And women most times have been taught that they need to put the keys, they need to put everybody before them. That's why women's rights to date were still nowhere. Because on our rights, we're expected to center every single person in our rights. That's why we get nothing done. We get no bills to support us. We get no bills to defend us because we are meant to center every single person. Women will wear capes for every single demographics. But when it comes to defend a woman, nah. They will be the first person to bash because they'll be like, oh, I expect something better from this woman. The only reason why you're expecting something better from her is because you were expected to behave that way. We have a long way as women to go. We have a long way because the way the old order and the new younger ladies are acting, we're not going to escape. We're not going to escape. He said he has the keys. She doesn't call. Tonight, he told Martell she does call. The thing is, she may be calling, but she may not be. She's not calling from her personal phone number. She's not calling from her personal phone number. And that's the problem. He wants to have access to her personal phone number. So to him, she's not calling because he doesn't have a number. She contacts him through emails most of the times and is not comfortable with that. It's obvious it wasn't about the kids. It never was. It never was. It never was. Let's go through the timeline of how many times Martell has invaded Melody's and privacy. Martell came when she was filming Behind Every Man. He blew up a scene. It was covered up by OWN. He blew up a scene in the reunion. It was covered by OWN. He invaded her listening party for Telltale Signs. He invaded this party again. And he has carried her to court because of after the whole Destiny trip at her back. This has never been about the kids. And as Melody said, she wants people to stop saying, oh, this is how you do this. You have to relate to this. You can't relate because most times people are thinking from this, she's hot, she's this. I got what she was saying here. So I was very happy when she said it. Now, most people are only doing this because, sorry. So like most people are only doing this because of they feel that Martell should be able to get across to these kids. And that makes no sense because Martell is also hurting these kids by putting these children. Wait, someone dropped a comment. He apparently even cheated on this lady with another person in Atlanta. That's the newest gist in town. He cheated on Sheree. So this is the man you can't even expect loyalty from. Is that bad? You can't expect an ounce of loyalty from Martell. So he doesn't know how to keep it together. He doesn't know how to do anything. Mm-hmm. Who is this? Why are you lying on Martell? I'm confused. I'm talking about what exactly played out on TV. How exactly am I lying on Martell? This is exactly what played out on TV. I don't get it. Why are you coming here and clapping? So,
You Bob is Bobby. Be at peace and be mentally and emotionally stable. And whatever type of boundaries that you have to put up for that, whichever way you're in, nothing's perfect, right? We all try. So whatever boundaries you're trying to put up to protect that, there's nothing wrong with it.
and that's the point. We just have women that are used to having no boundaries, and that is a problem because now people cannot relate to another lady having a boundary. People can't relate. He came to our house saying he needed something for the girls, but that was a lie. He showed up with pay. Oh God, don't remember. That was last season. This is like, that means this is like the sixth time on TV we've heard about him infiltrating her boundaries. So I don't know what people are basing it off, saying she should allow him. It's because of she allowed, I said this the first time, the first time I started covering Love and Marriage Huntsville, I made a comment saying Mel may never have, she may never have, it may come off weird, but I said Mel may never have peace from Martell because she's too nice. You are playing too nice. You're making him feel welcome. You're making him feel like, oh, regardless of what he does, you are not going to call the cops. Regardless of what he does, you're just going to keep it under the wraps because of your kids. And this is why most times women get killed. I'm not saying she's going to get killed. I'm just saying, like, theoretically, this is what happens. Other women will tell you, be nice to him. Don't worry. The kids are important. This is for the kids. 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 And they'll keep saying this is for the kids. This is for the kids. Then you will self-sabotage yourself and you start thinking that, oh, maybe it's for the kids. Maybe I need to be calmer for the kids. Maybe I need to be nicer to this guy for the kids. Maybe. And you keep maybeing yourself till this man probably gets more physical. Because it makes no sense how you take someone to court and you can't follow a simple court order, and every single person is telling you how you should be the one to just make way because a man cannot follow a simple court order. Make it make sense. If a man cannot follow a simple court order, that's a problem. I'm sorry. That's a problem. Because if he feels the only time he can be comfortable is when he makes you uncomfortable, that's a problem. So before we go on, I'm going to drop the link because we're going to have a panel with about 4 speakers this evening talking about episodes, talking about a loyalty is going to pop up. So we're going to have like a lot of interesting people that are going to pop up 3 p.m. today, because I know it's another day already. So 3 p.m. today, we're going to have people popping up. It's going to be a fun panel. We're going to break down the episodes from Stormi to Tisha to Mel to Martell. So I'm going to drop the link for the episode panel. In case you want to join, just send me a DM on Instagram. My YouTube name is my Instagram name, so it's quite easy to find me. So I'm going to drop it. So you can set up a reminder before we continue, because I promise you it's going to be interesting. We have older ladies coming on so that everybody, there needs to be a subpoena for the footage scenes. Honestly, because when Mel made the comment that scenes were cut out, I'm like, for something so sensitive, it makes no sense to call out a scene. It makes no sense. It makes no sense because it just seems like protection all around. Nobody is holding Martell. I know you're supporting Martell. That's why I put the link. If you want to come on and speak, you can come on and speak for Martell. I have no problem with people supporting Martell. I'm just saying my own opinion. I will drop the link. If you want to come up, you can come up and speak your mind. Nobody's against Martell. Nobody's dragging Martell. I'm just saying from the episode, he uttered a fool. You have a custody order of 50-50, 1 week this person, 1 week the other person, and you just simply cannot obey it. This is not about people coming for him. This is not about people coming for his fatherhood. This is not about people coming for his livelihood. It's about him acting ridiculous and expecting to be patted at the back and expected to have the audacity to enter Melody's boundaries and expect Melody to give way every time. Yeah. We have no idea. Because how did it make sense that just after the episode, the destined trip, if Mel did not go to change her name, she wouldn't have known that she was being sued for full custody. That's how shitty this whole thing is. Do you know what it is to find out that you are being sued for full custody and the guy did not even have the, it didn't even have the, how would I put it? The, can you imagine? I've forgotten the word. It didn't even have the decency to tell you that he's suing you for full custody. That's how crazy this thing is. It didn't have the decency to tell you he's suing you for full custody. Why people then expect you that you must always give way because of the kids? Yeah, because at this point it's not making sense. If they're not going to edit it the right way, might as well just like let this like I don't know. Yeah, thank you, Kotsi. Oh, I was legit like I was racking my brain for the word. We're just not coming. Nobody knows what happened prior, but he was the one who allegedly released text messages where he revealed that his daughter invited him. Then he sent Melody a message. Melody never responded. Melody never told him he could come. So if we're using based on what has happened, the details we have, he never got the permission to come. And then he comes without a gift and expects Melody to just open and accept him like that. Nobody cares about boundaries anymore, and especially boundaries of women. Everybody expects the woman to just be like, oh, my kids, my kids, my kids. That's why I'm like, before you have kids, have money. Before you have kids, make sure you are strong enough so that this situation, nobody is going to use it against you. People keep claiming she's using the kids against Martell. She's not. Martell is creating situations where these kids will see their parents in a bad light out of spite. Yeah, obviously, I know the show is edited, but people were there. People were there firsthand. And Mel said from her mouth that the scene was over edited. So if Mel herself is complaining that the scene is over edited, they're trying to protect somebody, and it's definitely not Mel. He's still expecting the children to vindicate himself. Yes. Martell fears nobody. I fears. Wait, she said. Yeah. Let me pull up. Let me pull up the tweets. Let me pull up the tweets so you guys can see it. So it's not like she's talking out her ass. It's not like she's attacking this dude for no reason. Once you have no right to attend something, don't come. Once someone says don't come, don't come. Let me show you guys her live tweet because it seems like she's updating more. Thank you, Tia, for putting that up because now I didn't even know she had updated more because I'm no longer on Twitter. So on Twitter, yeah, this is the way. But did he get her later that day or nah or not? He didn't get her because I didn't hear about that. I didn't hear about that. Let me scroll to the end. Yeah, this is where Mel said it. No, I didn't know he was coming to the party. I made it clear to every single person there that I didn't want any drama at my party. Even threatening to have everyone leave and not even film it. But then, boom, here he comes with a spot for him to pack. It has already been proven that you knew you weren't invited, but you should get, but you get to be there. But you should get to be there. I guess that's what she means. So he knew he was not invited from the tweets of Mel. He knew. He knew. So it's not like she was acting out of band. Yeah, not the father of the year who missed Malani's first birthday because you were, I guess, expecting the one you created during the pandemic few months after I had Malani. And have you noticed that every single time it's Sugar Mama's birthday, he doesn't post? Because it coincides with the time that Knox was born. He was with Sugar Mama on the last birthday. He didn't post, he didn't do anything, nothing about Sugar Mama. Because it coincides with the time that Knox was born. You had the right to come for Sugar Mama's first birthday, you didn't come. You had the right to come for the birthday last year, you didn't come. But now you want to be, as Mel said, father of the year. Yeah, he went to Atlanta. Being sued for full custody when you've done nothing wrong. Yeah. People are not looking at the full picture. You went on a family trip. You guys are happy that, we finally come together. We're finally working towards getting it together for the kids. And boom, this guy sues you for full custody. And you're wondering what the hell happened? What the hell did you do? And then people are releasing that, you should not be mad. You should do this for the kids. If you knew you were not there and you claim you're the best father, don't show up. Wait, there's even a tweet that I want you guys to see before I give Uzo time to speak, before I forget. Oh, yeah. So look at this particular tweet in the middle. The kids were inside the skating rink the entire time and didn't even have to know what happened, except he texted them talking about your mom put me out. So after he was sent out, and he could have just gone quietly, he told the kids what happened. Because he obviously tried to turn them against Mel. He obviously. Yeah, people will overlook the facts just to blame the mother every single time. People will do that every single time without fail. Without fail. Because they don't care. Nobody's saying Mel is innocent. Nobody's saying anything. Why is that the only defense that people have? Mel isn't innocent. I'm not innocent. Most people are not innocent. But why is that the only defense? This is about what's right and what's wrong about what's happening. He came empty-handed for someone who came to celebrate his 2 daughters' birthday. Come on. Yeah. And how many odd years do we have? Last year, Martell had these kids on almost all their birthdays and all the celebrations. Mel never complained. Everything is for control. This is, it's very blatant that it's for control. Do you want me to play the scene again? No, let me play the scene, then I'll give you some time to speak, because it was there, like It came without any gift. It was pop and plain. Let me play the scene again because it seems like you probably did not watch it well to see that Martell came empty handed. Let me show you. It's not going to have audio obviously because I don't want to have a problem with YouTube. So this is the scene where he comes in and watch Martell walk by. Very soon he's going to walk by and you see whether he's holding anything because obviously he was not holding anything. He's going to come by now. Oh, move, 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 move. Was holding a book and a phone. Then we'll show him better in the next scene after this. Martell is empty-handed. No gift for this child. No gifts. Okay, Uzo, you can speak.
Oh, and actually, I don't like at this point. I just feel like people supporting Mattel should open their eyes. A lot of people are just being blinded. I walking up to everything that has happened to this week, all the stories that have come out. I feel he was trying to redeem himself before this episode, and that's very bad of him. Like Mattel is a very calculative and calculated person, and I don't know what anybody will say, but those people supporting him, if you literally wear the same shoes Melody was in, you will literally be coming out and crying out. Everybody just wants to look at this buffy built, semi handsome black man and forget to see that that's not all about it. Let's stop this stereotypical thing that a black man, we need to support black people even when they are wrong. No, let's come out and say, okay, you were wrong. Yeah, deal with it. You were right. Okay, fine. But don't come up here saying he's trying to be a good father. If it was Melody, let's be truthful. Let's be truthful. If it was Melody that was doing the same thing, if the roles were reversed and Melody was behaving the way Martell was behaving and Martell was behaving the way Melody was behaving, a lot of us here will be like, oh, she's a bad wife. She's a bad woman. She's this. If it was Melody that has another kid with another guy, right? And he's actually officially dating another person for another TV show, while still being in the TV show with her ex-husband, a lot of you will be talking another story. If Melody was the one that got pregnant for somebody else, gave birth to the child, and is dating somebody else, why still trying to control Martell's life? Why still trying to be like, okay, I want to know where you're going, I want to know who you're seeing, I want to know who you're dating, I want to have your phone number. I want you to be calling me every day, every morning, day, night. If it was Melody that was doing this to Martell, the story would have been reversed. A lot of us would have been talking something else. But right now, all of us are supporting him because he's a guy. And for guys are good to do whatever they want to do, especially black guys. They are free to behave, to be narcissists, because some of us don't believe black guys can be narcissists. They can. So right now, he's fine to be doing that. But if Mel was the one that was a narcissist, if Mel was the one that got pregnant, if Mel was the one that was sleeping around with guys, if Mel was the one that was sharing and having children all around with different men, we would not be saying this, and that is the truth. A lot of us would not be saying this if Mel was the one that was pregnant or got pregnant or gave birth to children from another man. We are only saying this because the role is reversed and he's a guy. And I know that Martell knows this, and that is why he's always trying to look like the calm, collected person he is. A father that missed his child's birthday because he was having fun in Atlanta, making another child. What is the problem with us, with most of us? Because it's upsetting when I see people try and defend him. I'm not saying you cannot defend him, but let's be rational in our defense. Let's not be, oh, he's this, he's this, he's this. Please, let's be rational. Because truthfully, I'm pretty sure if Melody was this person, if Melody was Martell, a lot of us will be coming on this life, bashing, talking bad, saying things about her, calling her names. I know a lot of us would have been throwing the W word all around on this on YouTube, be calling out the B word on this YouTube because she's literally having babies with different men. She's sleeping with different people and still trying to control her ex-husband. We would have been calling her all the bad words that is in the dictionary, both the ones that don't that are not in dictionaries, both the ones that are being developed. Melody would have been called those names. But because it's Mattel, because it's a guy, he's allowed to behave any way he wants to behave. If it was Mattel that was hosting this birthday party, and Melody came in unannounced and created this whole problem, created this whole fight, created this whole issue, you guys will not be supporting her. A lot of you would have been saying it could have been avoided. She could have just stayed at home. Hey, since he told her that she was not invited, why did she come? That is what we would have been saying. But why is it that Martell is allowed to behave that way when Melody is not allowed to behave that way? That's the question. Why is this that Martell is allowed or permitted to behave that way when Melody is not allowed or permitted to behave that way also? You always want to come for Martell and say, oh, he was trying. Yes, he's misunderstood. Can't you give Melody the same benefit of the doubt? Okay, fine, she's also misunderstood. Why is it that we must always see in the perspective of Martell? Why must we always see in the same eyes Martell is using to see? Why can't we all sometimes also look at the perspective that Melody is also coming from? Why must it be Martell this, Martell this, Martell? Because Martell says he wants to see his kids. Oh God, he's a good father. Because Martell says he wants to have Melody's phone number and so that he can be talking to the kids whenever she has the kids. Oh yeah, that's a good father. Have you ever wondered? Because there are some people, I know that there are some people that are close to me that I know that they also want to talk to people close to me that I don't want them to have my number. And I don't even want to interact with them because I know even if your call is for a good reason, even if your call was for a good reason, sometimes it could be detrimental to me, it could be traumatic to me, it could lead to me being depressed or down, or there it even if the call is a good call, you don't know the trauma the person might go through by receiving that call. So let's not come up here and say, oh, at least she should give him his phone number so that he could call her whenever she's with the kids. Have you asked yourself what was the reason she decided that I don't want Martell to have my number in the first place? It would take a big and difficult decision for a wife to decide that, or a ex-wife that has co-parenting, that is co-parenting with her husband, tell herself that I don't want my ex-husband, the father of my kids, my baby father, to have my contact so that we can be able to relate. For her, you don't ask yourself that question. People don't understand that for every reaction people take, there's a reaction. You people don't know what somebody said before in the comment section that you don't know what happened prior in defense of Martell. Also, you don't know what happened prior in defense of Melody. Everybody accepts Melody to accommodate. Melody should do this. Melody should do that. But please, have you asked yourself the reason why she takes all this action. Because I believe somebody, the way Melody behaves, I don't think she'll wake up one morning and decide, I want to be wicked. I want to cut off Martell off my life. It takes something to happen. It takes an action to happen for reaction to happen. You don't just wake up to your reaction. Sometimes people see reactions of people and you be like, oh, I don't know what's happening. You start to have amnesia of what happens. There's an action that has happened that made her reacted that way, or made her make that decision and say, I don't want Martell to have my number. Let us think about that. Let us reason that. Let us see in the perspective of Melody. Let's not always think about Martell this because he does one action, we think he has done 100 more that are good. Martell does one action and does 20 bad ones. Let's not only judge about the one action he does that is great. If you do one right and 20 wrong, doesn't make you a good person. It doesn't. Just because he says I want to be at my child's birthday, he makes him a great person. What of all the times he didn't post about his children's birthday? What of all the times he didn't wish them a happy birthday on social media? What of him coming to the birthday party without a gift? What happens to those times? We don't see him as a bad person, but because he said, I want to be in the birthday of my child, we have assumed that he's a good person. Please, let's stop putting all this narrative. I'm literally tired of people that try to create narrative and see everything in the light of Martell. Let's start seeing things in the light of Melody. Let's stop this. Let's come in the middle and say, okay, Melody thought about this, Martell thought about this. Let's come in the middle. Maybe then we'll begin to understand what is exactly going on. But most of us are just wanting to be blinded. We're blinding ourselves to all the bad thing Martell is doing. He does 100 bad, then one good. Be like, oh, Martell is a good man. He's trying to be a good man. You don't try to be a good person. You be a good person. Trying sometimes is not enough. Being that good person is what is required. And I think if Melody says she's tired and she's stressed out and she's not interested on trying or waiting for somebody trying, it's her right. I have a choice to say, I don't need a man that is trying to be a good person. I need a man that is good for myself. So nobody should judge me if I say I don't want a man that is trying. I want a good man in my life, not someone that is trying. Nobody should judge me for that. If you on your own, you like a man that is trying to be a good person, go ahead, be with that man. I'm not going to also judge you. When can't we get to that extent where we live our life like that? When we don't judge somebody because of they say, I want this for myself. If you feel like somebody like Martell, the way he behaves, his character, it suits your life, is good for you, fine, go for it. Nobody's going to judge you. But if I say I don't like that, and I don't feel that accommodating with that kind of character or behavior, also understand where I'm coming from. Probably some people, their mental health is strong. Some small thing they've gone off. So probably I don't have the mental capability to be able to handle such character of Martell. Probably you can handle that, but I can't. Every one of us is different in our own ways. What I can handle doesn't mean you can handle that. And I believe that most of us, what Melody has handled, we cannot handle them. Just because she says I am strong doesn't mean that you have to be strong to the end. Please, let's just cut it out, please. Let's sometimes see in a perspective of Melody. That's what I'm just going to end with. Let's sometimes try to see in the perspective of Melody.
Okay. We've actually spoken for longer than I expected it to be. I thought this would just be like probably a 20 to 30 minutes live. But it was fun. Thank you guys that have been in the chat, dropping comments. This was a really very, very. How can they ignore what we do know, though? Well, by pretending it doesn't exist. That's how you ignore things. So, guys, it was fun. And we'll be live again by 3 p.m. EST. 3 p.m. EST. You guys need to tune in because it's going to be very, very interesting. very interactive. And obviously, I'll be showing my face this time around because this is already like midnight. So I'll be showing my face, and we'll have other speakers. It's if you also want to come on, I'll drop the link, or you can hit me up on Instagram. My Instagram is also Talk with Lana. You can hit me up on Instagram. We're going to break down the episodes, and I would love it if we even have varying opinions, because I really do not like it when I have the same opinion with most people I'm talking to on my panel. But we're going to come back with the panel, and it's going to be really interesting. So make sure you tune in 3 p.m. EST. I'm going to drop the link of the review once again. So just go on to the link, click the link, go there and set up a reminder for the review that's going to turn on. Come on, 3 p.m. EST. It's going to be very interesting. So make sure you do not miss it out. Yeah. Objectively, Mel's ex is not adhering to the court order. And that's what people are saying. If there's a court order, why is it so hard for him to follow? And why must we have to always say, because Martell loves his kids, that's why he's doing this, that's why he's doing that. If he just follows the simple order, I bet you none of this scene would have played on. None of this would have happened. Everything would have been so smooth. There would have been no drama. Nobody would have been crying that they were booted out. But I guess that's just too much to ask. So it was fun speaking with you guys. And don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and to support. You guys, I keep saying to support because if you know that what YouTube is doing to us, you would understand. We barely get paid much, except if you're like a very big YouTuber. But as a small YouTuber, you barely get paid much. So all this like super chats, so if you send super chats, if you send super stickers, if you join memberships, we get to earn more because being online is not that easy anyways. So it's fun talking to you. We live back 3 p.m. with the panel. As I said, hit me up if you want to join the panel. I mean, I really want to get everybody's views because today we had someone that's Bobo with an opposing view in the comments, and it was respectful, so we're able to like argue here and there, and it was not that bad, honestly. So I'll see you guys next time. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Unfiltered Uzo's channel. She has a YouTube channel. So just search Unfiltered Uzo and go to subscribe to her channel. And yeah, that link is still there. So hit the post notification button so you know when we're live again. And go to the video, set up your reminder. We'll also be live on Monday, yeah. On Monday for Real Housewives of Atlanta. We're also going to be doing a panel. So this is the first time I'm doing Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I want you guys to come support because it can be quite disappointing when you try to go live and you're just like one or two people there. So we'll be going live on Monday too for Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I want you guys to come on and support us there too. So yeah, so turn on your post notifications, hit the subscribe, like. He was trying for 5+ years and continues to be a jerk. The past three, why in the world would she genuinely why would she genuinely believe he's trying energy? And he's not even trying because it was just this year that he took her to court for full custody. So I don't get the he's trying energy from him. All I get is I want to have those kids. Didn't you see what he asked for? Didn't you see what he asked for? He asked for money. He asked for child support. He asked for the kids, sugar mama's money, this thing. It was just ridiculous, all the things he asked for. So it's not like he cared or anything. It's not about him caring, it's just about himself. I'm telling you, David, like the world is just this comment really took me out. Like, this is, I'm happy I saw this comment before I ended this live. This comment took me out. That YSL case, honestly, at this point, they should make it a documentary because it's a joke. It's a joke. It's legit a joke. I don't know what's going on there, but it's a joke. So, see you guys next time. Tune in on Sunday, 3 p.m. EST. On Monday, 5 p.m. EST, we'll be live with the panel. And if you want to come on to the panel, so just email me or DM me on Instagram. On Monday, Real House of Atlanta, 5 p.m. EST. Today, Sunday, 3 p.m. EST, we'll be covering Love of Marriage Huntsville. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.